This next story is a true story of an American YouTuber who brutally lost his life while living in the Philippines.
An American missing from his home in the Philippines, now feared dead, allegedly killed by his kidnappers, according to local police.
This story should be used as an example of what are the possibilities when dating, visiting, or traveling around the world. A story you don't want to miss. Here it goes. An American YouTube vlogger, Elliot Eastman, a 26-year-old man from Vermont, who moved to the Philippines to document his new life with his local Muslim Filipina wife, was reportedly kidnapped in one of the country's most dangerous regions, Sabuco in Zamboanga del Norte province, in an impoverished and lawless zone in the Philippines, where even other Filipinos don't want to visit.
Don't walk there's a night. Morning only.
Night not safe here?
Not safe.
Oh, okay.
Morning only, morning. Like sunshine.
Authorities now believe he's died. His story is a tragic example of how an earnest attempt to start fresh in a new place turned into a heartbreaking situation. Elliot Eastman was likely killed by kidnappers when they abducted him from his home in the southern Philippines back in October. The Philippine National Police made this announcement after weeks of searching for the missing expat. Eastman had been living in the Philippines since May, after marrying a local Muslim woman named Keisha. He also appears to have started a small grocery and money lending business at his home in the coastal town of Sabuco, as shown in his live streams. In one of his YouTube and Facebook videos, he mentioned that he was the first and only foreigner to live in Sabuco for an extended time. However, over time, Eastman became more weary of his surroundings and often mentioned kidnappings as a potential danger, being that he stuck out like a sore thumb due to his appearance.
I feel like I've been staying in this area for so long to the point where I don't even know if people like me anymore. Maybe they want bad things to happen to me now. It's like, that's how I'm starting to think. So it's like, it's really not good. I don't really know, like, what would happen if somebody did come try to come here and kidnap me, right? Would the neighbors help me, or would they just sit there and watch? Because it's gotten to the point where I've been here for so long that people are, like, have become normalized for me in this area, and especially the family I'm living with, and I just don't know. Like, I get mixed feelings, you know? So it's kind of like, I'm at that point where that's how I feel. So it's not good.
He expressed concerns in his live streams, hinting that if something were to happen to him, he wouldn't be surprised. In August, Eastman's live streams revealed some tension involving his wife Keisha's sister. She allegedly removed a piece of plywood from their home, which led to money being stolen from their store.
We got robbed last night.
What?
Yeah, our store. I think maybe somebody climbed through here because we left our money here from our store. So I think either somebody came through here or they came to the door. I don't really know, but we were missing like 300.
Last night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
During a live stream, Eastman discussed the theft, revealing that around 300 pesos were taken, which, while not a large sum in the US currency, is significant in an impoverished area like that. Eastman also often answered questions during his live streams. While one viewer mentioned the idea of moving to the Philippines and starting a business, Eastman admitted that, in hindsight, he might have done things differently. He cited difficulties with the local culture, such as unpleasant smells and a leaking roof.
It smells like so bad. Right? So that's one thing. The other thing, the roof is leaking, getting all over my investment, getting all my things wet. The other day, my inverter just broke. That cost $100, so that's broken now. And then last night, somebody stole our money from our store. And now these waves are huge coming in. Like, if these waves get super huge, maybe they're gonna come up here and splash up on this Wi-Fi. We don't really know, but I don't know, dude.
He also mentioned the cost of repairs and the theft from the store. By September, Eastman admitted that he no longer felt comfortable in the area. He mentioned feeling the people might want harm to come to him. His sense of isolation and mixed feelings about the local people were evident. On October 17th, Eastman went live for the last time on his YouTube channel. In the video, he appeared visibly uneasy, sitting in a dark room eating fruit and spitting out the seeds. He hesitated when asked about his thoughts on the Philippines, mentioning that there were parts of it he liked, but also parts he didn't.
I'm just getting tired of being around all the same people.
The following night, according to authorities, 4 men in black clothing and face coverings broke into Eastman's house. His father-in-law told police that they may have been trying to disguise themselves as police officers. Eastman attempted to flee but was shot in the leg. The men allegedly dragged him to a white boat and took him out to sea. He hasn't been seen since. A witness, reportedly a relative of one of the suspects, later told the police that Eastman had been shot twice, once in the leg and once in the torso. The kidnappers realized he had died before they reached the boat, so they allegedly dumped his body in the water. The FBI reportedly joined the search for Eastman, hoping he might still be alive and possibly being held for ransom. However, after several weeks, police engaged in a shootout with multiple suspects. 3 suspects were killed, but 1 was taken into custody. This suspect corroborated the earlier witness account, confirming that Eastman had been dumped overboard. Authorities now believe that Eastman is likely dead. Lieutenant Colonel of the National Police in a statement said, "We are constrained to believe that he has died. All the information we have points to that." According to reports, the former mayor of the region speculated that the kidnappers targeted Eastman because they believed him to be a wealthy American and might have resented a foreigner married to a local Muslim woman. Eastman's family in the United States was notified of his likely death by the U.S. Embassy. The FBI's involvement stems from Eastman being a U.S. citizen, and the investigation is now being run through the U.S. Embassy. Resources including dive teams could be used to search for his body, though the chances of finding him in the waters are slim. Sabuco and the surrounding region is notorious for criminal activity and terrorist groups, which could have influenced the criminals. Even though these suspects didn't belong to groups like Abu Sayyaf, they might have been trained in kidnapping techniques by such organizations, who often use these crimes to fund their activities. Regarding the robbery at Eastman's store, it's possible that this theft was an early sign of escalating criminal activity against him. The criminals could have been hoping to steal money but then resorted to kidnapping, possibly thinking Eastman had more wealth due to being one of the only visible minorities in the area. White people are often automatically seen as wealthy in other parts of the world, like Southeast Asia. The region where Eastman lived, according to reports, is plagued with kidnappings, often involving terrorist groups like Abu Sayyaf, who use ransom to fund their operations. While kidnappers might return victims after receiving ransom, many times these kidnappings remain violent and end tragically. The truth may never be fully uncovered. The possibility that Eastman's body may never be recovered only adds to the sadness of the situation. Eastman's story is a testament to being aware of where you are and the local culture around you. He may have shared too much about his location and life in an area that was poor and impoverished, which may have led to jealousy, envy, and a possible religious component, as was mentioned earlier, due to the tensions and religious conflict in that part of the Philippines. The Moro people, or Bangsamoro people, are the 13 Muslim-majority ethno-linguistic groups of Mindanao, Sulu, and Palawan, native to the region known as the Bangsamoro, or Moro Nation, or Moro Country. As Muslim-majority ethnic groups, they form the largest non-Christian population in the Philippines. They make up about 6.4% of the country's total population, or 6.9 million people. However, the National Commission on Muslim Filipinos, the NCMF, estimates that the population is closer to about 11% of the country's total population, or 10.7 million people, attributing the difference to a number of factors. The Muslim Moro people have been in conflict with the government in an effort for more autonomy and independence. Eastman was living in that part of the Philippines where this insurgency took place in the Mindanao region of the Philippines, which involved multiple armed groups in the area. Whether you're visiting a favela in Brazil or a no-go zone like certain parts of Mindanao in the Philippines, make sure you stay on your P's and Q's. My condolences to the Eastman family. Be careful out there, guys. And make sure to check out my previous video on Elijah, an American who had the unthinkable happen to him in the Philippines. And send over a story of your own that you'd like to be featured in the next video. Subscribe, share, like, and comment. My name is Roberto, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.